Daniel and I spoke over the holidays was about how we can actually get this message across and where do we need to target this. After I met with Major Weatherington and my staff, I felt that the best course of action to take on this, after looking at some studies we did when I first got here, is the fact that we need to target our middle school kids, our K-8 centers. We feel that that is the area where a lot's happening, and if we can change their mindset and deal with the bullying issue, which is a confidence issue, once they get to high school, it'll be a lot easier for them for that transport. What we find is there's a lot going on around 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and they get to high school, which is 10th grade, which is a total change. So we know a lot of hormones, a lot of behavior stuff's going on in middle school. That's where the target audience is. As you can see from the school board side, we brought a lot of people in from the middle school side, and we're going to be targeting that. One of the things that I want to stress very hardly is you can see we're partnering up with the city of Miami. This is something that obviously is a no-brainer. Look at the building that we're in, great history and working in the community. They understand what it is to work with us together. I think we've always had a great working relationship, not because I was here, but we've always had it from that perspective. So when they were asked to participate in this, I thought it was a great idea because we already have an anti-bullying program that we felt was working. It's working across the nation. Daniel's doing a great job of getting this, not just here. He's coming from the UK, you know this. So I felt it was very, very important to bring everybody online to share what's going on. So as we move forward, one of the things I want to stress to our officers very, very, very hardly is that as we transform this organization to a high-performing organization, we're moving into a school resource officer model. That is what we're doing. We're not here to potentially answer calls for service, take the report, and leave. I want you to be engaged with your students. When I went to your school, your entire staff knew you. You knew all the kids. They loved you. That's what I'm looking for when I go and visit a school. When I went to your school and you were out there at Coral Park, you're out there at your middle school, they knew you. They know who you are. So that's what I'm looking for, to make sure that you guys interact with your children in your schools, that you do these programs, that we are truly a school resource officer program. Yeah, there's times we got to take reports and we follow that up with investigations, or another unit follows it up. But for the most part, day in and day out, the school resource officer program is something that we're revamping, we're rebuilding, and I want to make sure that you get here from my mouth. That is a priority, okay? I said it yesterday in my command staff meeting. If somebody's in teaching a class or doing something, right, you get yourself on the signal, that's great. Give that call for service to somebody else so they can handle it who's not in the class teaching, all right? So I want me to make sure that everybody hears that from me, out of my mouth to you, what direction we're moving towards that. I know it's a little different than what's happened in the past, but I think it's very, very important. We have had initial training in this program. In fact, the people who initially were training in this program will be back tomorrow, and they're actually going through the app. That's one thing I asked Daniel to put together, is an app, interactive, so that we can actually share with our kids. As you know, the district's getting ready to do digital convergence, where they're going to handing out tablets, bringing your own device. That's the wave of the future. And everybody that knows me, I'm big on technology, not too big on the paper, okay? So that's the next phase that we're getting ready to go, and I'm very, very excited about this program. Very excited the fact that this program's in Miami. I met this gentleman probably about almost 4 years ago. And now we're able to bring this program in here. And it's really good to be the chief because we had a discussion during the holidays, and January 15th, guess what? Is here. Right? He's here, he's presenting it to you, we're getting it going, and we're going to move it all out. So that's why it's important for me to come talk to you to let you know how I feel about this. I think it's very, very important to have this. As you can see, some of the things here that Daniel's talking about, we can all take from our lives and use in our personal lives. If anybody's ever heard me talk, I talk about a personal mission, a personal vision, setting goals and objectives for yourself. Okay? I don't do New Year's resolutions in my house. That's very negative to resolve something. What do I do in my house? Goals and objectives. You want to we call it redo your bathroom, redo your kitchen. You want to get your degree. You know, you want to go do this, one, that. You got to set priorities in your life. A lot of these kids don't know how to set priorities in their life. We got to set priorities in life, show them what they can be, have self-confidence in themselves, be able to talk to somebody, mentor with this, and work things out. Okay? So I'm a big believer in that. And I want to make sure that you understand why it's important to bring the annual down, to make sure we implement this more in our schools. And if we can use our partners, it's even better to use our partners to implement it across the board. I mean, just this summer we did a great program with your pal and your unit in community affairs along with us. So I think this is an excellent example of us teaming up together, because the more of us that teach this, the better. I don't care what uniform is inside the school. I don't care who's doing it, as long as we're doing it together, from my perspective. Okay? Just want to stop in, everybody to hear that, understand what direction we're going, and I believe in the partnership that's happening here. Okay? So continue. It's a great job. I'm glad to see everybody's here, and glad to see the city's willing to host this, and let's work properly together. All right? Go ahead and continue.